The galip nut grows all the way through from Indonesia all the way down to Vanuatu through the Pacific Islands. And it's a rainforest tree and it's really nutritious. It's high in zinc, it's high in iron. So people have been growing it and using it in village life for thousands and thousands of years. So it's a really important part of traditional culture and indigenous culture in those places. We didn't know that there was market potential, and that was part of our research project, is to find how do we process and package this thing, and then how do we sell it? What sorts of things would people buy? What kinds of products would people buy? And what would have strong demand in the supermarket? They're nice and low, actually. They're really good. Yeah, these ones, they'd be fully grown, wouldn't they?
Yes,
yeah.
Full size now. They have reached a full size. That bunch there is now ready to fall. So in 1 or 2 weeks, even 3 weeks time, you will see that all the nuts will fall off that bunch.
When they're harvesting the galip nut, it can just be picked up off the ground. You don't have to climb trees or anything like that. It's very easy to harvest. When it goes purple, it gets ripe and then it falls to the ground. Traditionally, that's the women and children's job. And one of the good things about this crop is that we knew that if we commercialised it, it was going to benefit women and children. So when we started the project, the only way you could buy galip nut was at the roadside markets, fresh wrapped in banana leaves. So there wasn't really any kind of industry at all. There were a lot of doubters. A lot of people said, well, people won't buy this, it's an indigenous food, people won't value it, they'll buy the cheap peanuts from other countries instead. And they didn't really believe there was going to be a market for this product. What we did is we made some product and we tested it in the market. And that was really the whole point of the research. Let's test the market and see what happens and see what sells and what doesn't sell. It sold so quickly that we were always sold out. And then suddenly everyone's like, oh, I think I want to invest in this. I think I want to get involved, because they could see that there was a real market potential. And that was the breakthrough. That's what changed everything in terms of being able to commercialise this, because it gave people the confidence to say, well, okay, maybe I want to have a go at this. Our key relationship was with National Agricultural Research Institute, NARI, in Papua New Guinea, and they were the ones that really did all the on-the-ground work about how do we process this. We had to figure out how long is this shelf stable for, is it good quality? We designed experiments, and then they would run through those experiments, then we worked with them on, okay, well, this is what it means and this is what we should try. So we paved the way with the project. We demonstrated how this might work, how it might look, what sorts of things that would sell in the supermarkets, how those relationships with those retailers would work. And then the real processes came in behind.
It more or less is a miracle how the project was able to add value to what is a native tree into what is now a commercial tree. My family and I have started this company so that we can have market access for our people in Madang province and other parts of Papua New Guinea.
The good thing about our processes, they're all really focused on helping the local farming communities. They're really social enterprises. They're all about, well, how can I get more money to those women farmers or those community groups? How can I help them by giving them an outlet for their products?
So we set up buying points where we can buy galip nuts directly from farmers, and then we handle the roasting and packaging.
Today by mi school long this la galip. Morning. Malana. Nice. Oh, good morning.
Most of our suppliers too are women. Galip is a good income. They can get maybe 500 kina from their 5 galip trees.
My name is Felicitas Wilomo. Galip is very, very useful. It's another cash crop. Just now you go get it, go and sell it, get money, go and buy what you want. I buy food for the family, like school fees, clothing. Sometimes the leftover money, I went to the bank to put it to the bank, in the bank for later use. Yes.
We started with the domestic markets and we have now regular domestic sales. We've invested heavily in exhibiting at international food shows. In 2022 we attended the ACIAR Paris International Food Show, so it's the biggest show in the world. And to our amazement we won the ACIAR Innovation Award. And so we now have identified distributors in Australia and the European Union and sales outlets in the UK and the USA.
Our end game was to get the private sector to run this industry. A lot of projects, they say, here's this product, how can I sell it? Rather than saying, okay, what does the market want? And then working backwards from that. And also connecting up all the bits of along the chain. The funding was provided by the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research, also known as ACIAR, and they're a donor. And what they do is they fund research that helps development. And they were really a partner with this, because they would meet with us and we'd say, okay, this isn't working, we want to try that. And they're really helpful in terms of allowing us to try different things if something wasn't working.